Everyone, it's Angela from Essence Salon and Sanctuary in London, Ontario, and today we're going to talk about a whole number of things, including why it's important for people to pre-book, why we have cancellation policies, the customer care side of things, and also, kind of the emotional side of us. So I'm here with Kevin again.
Our resident emotional guy.
Well, really? I don't think you're that.
Well, I'm the only guy, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you can say that.
Yeah.
Wait till we hire Weeping Willie.
No, there can only be one. Yeah.
True. Okay, we cannot. Yeah, there can only be one.
There's no crying and blow drying.
Yes, that is a thing that we say. There's no crying and blow drying. So yeah, let's talk about the customer care side of things. I think a lot of people out there in the world have this thing that they think we just do hair. And, it's a thing that we don't want to ever say. Nobody just does anything because it's kind of putting it down. And maybe people are not trying to do that. But what happens is I feel like it comes across that way. They think they just do hair. They're just playing with hair.
Yeah, or if the experience of that person is like seeing somebody who does it so effortlessly, they might think it's easy, and it becomes a just in that moment.
That's true. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But you're absolutely right. It might be, oh, look, you're just doing hair, but then when you try to do someone's hair at home, you're like, wait a minute.
We've seen those videos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
The fringe videos are always the ones that get me the most. That is your front of your face.
Anyway. On display.
So, let's talk about a few things that we do that is not hair in any way, shape, or form. Definitely cleaning.
Oh, yeah.
Cleaning is a huge part of our job.
I just asked my husband, I was like, this weekend we have to clean. Please hold me accountable. Because we do so much of it here. And then, which is a good thing. That's great.
Yes.
But then I get home and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my hair school teacher said, hairdressers should never do dishes because we are in water all the time. We clean with things that, are not so nice on your hands.
Unnecessary.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, hairdressers should never do dishes, and to let your husband know that. I'm like, okay. I don't think mine got the memo, but.
No, same. Yeah. We balance it out. If someone cooks, the other does dishes.
No, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do it too, but it is true when you're cleaning something. We clean brushes, we clean combs, we clean
hair.
Hair all the time. We do laundry. The aesthetics has even more importance because skin, and if there's any, sometimes there's blood or something. So it's a even higher solution to be cleaning in and UV. But laundry feels like never stops here. Or any salon.
I'm convinced somebody's dropping theirs off. That must be how it is, because even on slower days where there's maybe 2 stylists in the house, there's still 40 towels. Like, where did these come from? Are they in that same land that houses all those socks that are going solo? And a mystical.
The towel land.
Yeah.
Oh, the towel land. How many towels do you use on a guest?
On average, I would say 4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 1 around the shoulders, 1 on the neck when they're resting back for their shampoo for extra comfort and to catch water.
Yeah.
And then there's a hot towel during our massage service.
Yep.
And then I have 1 generally for wiping my hands as I go to stay, clean and everything. Yeah. It's hard to see what you're doing sometimes when you have hair in your fingers, hair in your comb, hair in your shears,
especially curly
hair on the head.
Curly hair will sometimes wrap right around your fingers and you're like, what is happening?
I've had curly hair take my comb. I was just like, I have to untangle this. Give me a second. Like picking individual hairs out.
It's true. Yeah. It's literally all wrapped in.
Yep.
And that's just like haircuts. So colors, you use more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Way more.
Because,
that's
and it depends.
Double.
Because you have to, sorry everyone, you have to dress them for the color service, but then sometimes what we're doing is either wipe our hands in between different colors, or we have to wipe some of their colors off, so that can get like major towel explosion.
Yeah, I actually just did that Tuesday, I think it was, where I was blending 2 toners together with a shadow root as well. And almost every section that I took, actually no, every section that I took, I had to wipe off my hands because they had the darker toner on them, and I was lifting the ends of her hair up, which would have taken that darker color in seconds. So,
yeah. So like he's saying, he's having dark here, and then he's blending it into this. But if he touches this with the dark,
then you'll see that.
Yep. Right away.
So yeah, wipe on a towel for sure.
Yes, and that's where it becomes like mega towels for sure. We also have to sweep. Obviously, we have to sweep up the hair.
Yeah. That's not a carpet. That should be hardwood.
Yeah. Yes. And hair gets everywhere, every single where. It's in the nooks and crannies. It's in everything.
I have what Nikki calls my blast radius, which I am aware of, and I seem to have no solution for. It's when I'm blow drying, all of the hair clippings just kind of scatter to the 4 winds, or at least the wind coming from my blow dryer. And, there's some here, there's some over there,
Especially when you've, like, thin them out or used a razor at any point.
And they're not clumps. Like, yeah, exactly.
Let me give you a whole nother haircut.
It's like, what are those things in Western movies? The tumbleweeds. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like that.
We've seen that.
Yeah. Rolling, literally. And no one's blow drying. Yeah.
It's true. So we gotta sweep every nook and cranny, really. You know what I loved? I always loved when you do that, like, bigger chop, and you do the condensed cutting. So you put all the hair together, and you do one cut, and you have this handful of hair, and you just go smack.
The smack it makes is so satisfying.
It's so satisfying. It really is. And then the client's like, oh!
Yeah.
I'm like,
sometimes they do one of these where they don't want to see it. They're like, no, I don't want to know.
Was that mine? And I'm like, yeah. We're just getting the job done. It's done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I always love the smack.
I always joke around, like, do you have any final words for this hair? Or do you want to hold it like a bass, in front of you so it's slightly bigger for the photo? And then they look at me like I have 5 heads, but that's usual.
Well, I mean, we gotta have fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
We also dust. That's a big part of our world. The shelves.
I have so many segues for this. I'm sorry. I can't keep track. There's the show called Tabitha Takes Over from back in the day. And in almost every single episode, she takes her finger and she wipes it along the top of the mirror. Every episode, they had a dust bunny evolve from that. So that's stuck and burned in my brain. And I challenge you guys, if you come to my station, take your finger and wipe the top of my mirror. It's going to be clean because of her.
What about the ledge above your mirror?
Oh man, that's not fair. That's like a step ladder.
It is a step ladder. You have to get a ladder. You're right.
We don't want Kevin off the floor, I don't think. No. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah, you don't want him lying on the floor, not being able to cut hair.
You know the first thing I'm doing after this. Okay, new mission. You
know what? That's a spring clean kind of thing, so I get it. I get it. It is high up and it is hard to reach and get. But yeah, dusting is a big part of our world too. So we got like dishes, we got laundry, we got dusting, sweeping. Yeah.
All while entertaining.
Yeah. Yes. Wiping every surface. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, a big part of our world and a lot of businesses nowadays is social media. Social media is kind of a always love-hate thing, I think. On one aspect, you want to entertain. So I'll bring it back to entertain. On another aspect, you want to educate.
Yep. And
another aspect, you want people to find you and like you.
Like a resume.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's constant and a little bit of it exhausting, especially for some people that don't want to do it at all.
Yeah, I think it does depend on your like everyday engagement with it. Like, if you do value that, then you're going to be a lot more prone to just doing that automatically.
Yeah.
Maybe it's also an age thing. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think it could be, but the weirdest thing about that is a lot of younger people don't want to do it at all.
Really?
You're right. A lot of them.
Okay, I'm shocked. Yeah.
But I think they're so sick of it. They're bombarded by it all the time.
That's fair.
So it's like commercials, commercials where you can see Pantene or Dove and you see them a million times and you're just like so bombarded. So sometimes when your hairstylist mentions something, you feel overwhelmed and done.
Yeah.
Even though we're trying to come from a good place and an education place because we believe in our product, but it just gets to be too much.
Yeah.
And I think they get overwhelmed. However, that being said, you do need it because it's like your portfolio.
Yes.
So I wouldn't necessarily say you're always going to get someone to find your stuff online and like it and then be your guest. But what you will have is a guest found us and then they can go to you to see your stuff.
Yes.
So it's your portfolio.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I found you guys on Google, us as a collective, as a salon. And then I saw your name come up in the reviews and I liked what they were saying. And then I went to your Instagram to see what you've done. Yeah. And stuff like that. So
we also have your Instagram on our website too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's good too. So if they're looking through, we have video, intros. So if they listen to Kevin and all his chatting, they will be able to click on him and go and see what he does. Right. Because that's important. It's important to have that book.
Yeah.
Back in the day, we had a book, like literally a book, like here's my work, right?
And if you've ever seen them, some of those exotic looks, when is somebody going to get that done?
Is true. Oh my gosh. That's true.
We had them in hair school.
Runway hair.
It is.
Who's wearing that?
It's editorialized hair, definitely.
Yeah. Avant-garde.
Yes.
Yeah. So this gives them a look at you and what your work's going to do. So it's a necessary part of our job. And it can be tiring. But that's why if you take lots of pictures, then one day you can just sit down and be like, okay, I'm going to do this, right? And I also think for guests, for customers, it gives an overall feel of who you are.
Yep.
So if you have a lot of pictures of blonde and they're beautiful, then, you can say, okay, this person's really good at blonde.
Yeah.
Or if you have a lot of bobs, right? Bobs are one of those haircuts that's so precise and they're either good or they're bad. There's kind of
actually this morning I saw a bad. Yeah. And she said it took 2 hours and she paid something like $200 for a bad Robert.
Oh, bad Robert. We're not even call that a bob. That's a Robert. Oh
distinction.
My gosh. Yes. You have a Robert, not a bob.
Oh,
sorry, ma'am.
In the back it was like
no. It's one of those things that is like it has to be good. It's so precise.
Funny, you said you started this whole thing with my first haircut here at this salon was a bob. And I remember specifically, very sweet woman, but she was like, I'm just looking for something simple, just a bob. And I was like, okay, the hardest haircut. No, it's fine, we got this. And we did, nail it out of the park. I think I even had you come over and like guide me through some of that process because I was so new. And, but yeah, just a bob.
Yeah.
Which she didn't know.
No. And that's the point, right?
Yeah,
that's
she didn't go through hair school and.
Yeah. You think, oh, it's a straight line.
Yeah.
But you're just straight line on a 3D and I'm moving, always constantly moving.
I just lay on the floor and you kind of take a machete and there you go.
Stamp it out, right? Even then, if your head is like this, that will make a difference. It's so crazy. Blending and bobs are the hardest precise things in our world for sure. And we kind of went on a tangent there, but anyway, social media is super important for a stylist so that you can see their work and you can make sure that they're right for you. The reason why we chose to do videos is that we wanted to add a layer of personality.
Yeah. And I think this extends beyond our local reach too,
Yeah.
I think, I personally want to revolutionize the industry, like change the way we do things and the scope in which we're looking at our profession and what we do, to be more like hospitality oriented and stuff like that. And I feel like doing videos like this helps other people identify why that's important and add to their value for that too. So, yeah.
I 100% agree. And we've always talked about that for a long time. We usually say, you know, doing hair or doing the color or doing whatever you're doing as a hairdresser technically is 20% of your job, but 80% is everything else that you do, which is a lot,
Yeah,
right?
it is the cleaning.
Receptionist,
Yep.
you know, how we answer the phone or how we message our people back. Now we have Facebook, Instagram, email. We have a chat on our system.
We have a text. Yep.
Yeah, like it's like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We try to do as fast as we can, but we can't always get to it.
When everyone's cutting hair, yeah.
And you really have to think about what words you're going to use. We answer Google reviews even, you know, I think that's super important that people do that. And if you've ever made a Google review, it's nice to get that back to that. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Google reviews can make and break a small business. 100%.
And it takes a few.
Yes.
Not many.
No. Yeah, it takes quite a few. We unfortunately got 2 1-star reviews from these people that didn't even come here. They went to and parked in our parking lot, and we asked them to move, and they got really upset and gave us 1 stars. Mm-hmm. We have still not 100% recovered from those 2 1 stars, and we had a 4.9 before that.
Crazy that affected it like that.
So much.
And
made me sad.
I'm a little obsessive about that goal, so I check our reviews kind of often just to see if we break that mold back to 4.9.
I know. It's taking forever.
God.
But yeah, a Google review is a wonderful thing for us to have. Mm-hmm. But we got to keep on top of that too. Yeah. You know, it's a lot of stuff that we have to do that is not hair.
Yep. And they're all our number one weapon. You know, it's kind of hard to prioritize one. I know most of the time I hear that people do find us through Google reviews, and that's great. I love that. But it doesn't stop there. You know, if they call to book their appointment, what's their reception like on the phone for that voice that's booking that service? Is it cold? Is it distant?
Yeah.
Is it not excited to see them, you know? And that energy will carry into their approach if you're lucky enough to make it that far, going into the salon.
Yeah. I remember years ago there was a person that used to be here and they'd be like, Essence. And I'm like, no. We have to do more than that.
Essence of what?
Right. Me.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly,
know.
Yeah.
But like that's too little.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe people think, so we have a greeting that everybody says, and people sometimes like, that's really long, but it really rolls off your tongue, and you know, it's true. So I don't mind saying it.
The one time I answered the phone saying Tim Hortons, that was a callback for sure. I was like, I mean, never mind. Wait, this is Essence.
One time I was at Tim Hortons and I was like, thank you for calling Essence Salon and Sanctuary into the speaker. And I'm like, oh my God, but I know that those people because I go there all the time. And she just started laughing so hard. Like, oh my gosh, my brain's on work, sorry.
Mm.
But yeah.
It was still AM. Yeah.
It's very AM. Yeah, so, you know, there's so much to ours. We want to take care of our guests. Our whole job is taking care of our guests. If you ask any hairdresser why they want to be a hairdresser, or why they wanted to be a hairdresser, it was to take care of people. To make them look good and feel good. Well, look good is the technical. The feel good is everything else.
Yes.
So it's just a thing that we as hairdressers do.
Yeah.
We're not just playing with hair. We're not just doing this. We are doing it all for you.
Yeah.
Because we love you and that's what we want to do, right? So.
I had a friend kind of tease me about getting into hairstyling because of that verbiage, you know, oh, you're going to play with hair and make it all pretty and stuff. And then he started dating a hairstylist, and his lexicon changed about that for sure. All of a sudden he appreciated, you know, probably the hard work that she put in, all the man hours and stuff like that. And he probably saw the distant 50-yard stare when she gets home and stares blankly at the wall, saying not a single peep. So, you know,
it's true.
But you know, I got it. I get where he was coming from with that joshing around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool to see his opinion change. And it's like, no, you work your butt off.
Yeah.
Like, never mind.
Yeah.
I take that back.
It's true. I feel like everybody should do customer service job at one point in time.
I've always said this. I've always said, so here in Canada, and specifically maybe even Ontario, I don't know if it extends to other provinces, but here we make our high schoolers do 40 hours of community service. Yeah. I don't know about anyone else, but I mowed a lot of lawns for 40 hours. I did volunteer after that, after I blatantly lied. Sorry, government. But I think the world would be a better place if we did 40 hours retail work or restaurant work instead.
Yeah.
Because then you would really see.
Customer service.
It's hard.
I mean, PSW.
Yeah.
Restaurant server.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much to customer service.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
And then the other part of the job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Bringing the food, making sure it's right. Or,
cleaning messes.
Yeah, cleaning messes. Yes, that's a good way to put it. Definitely the other thing to note for a hairstylist, at least for us anyway, and I think most hairdressers, is education is huge.
Yeah.
So we go to school and we learn the basics. That's what it is. It's just the basics. Nobody told you that when you started it, but that's what it is.
It's technically what you're tested on for your licensing exam, like mostly even just the theory. So kind of outdated material, if I'm going to be honest. That exam has not changed, I don't think, in 40 years.
The book that they're using, I don't think has changed really, maybe a teeny bit here or there, but like for like 80 years. It's crazy.
So that's probably honestly also the exam.
Yeah. So yeah, you're just learning the basics, and that's the start of your journey.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get out of school, even though you don't have any money and you're broke because you just paid like, I don't know, 10 to 20,000 dollars to go to school, then you have to do more education. So that's out of pocket, right? And that's a lot of money. But I know you will be, as a stylist, you will be further ahead if you can put that money into it. Not everybody can, and I get that.
Yeah, but you want to.
You should.
You want to.
It'll, in the long run, it'll actually make it better for you.
Yeah.
It's just hard to pay that.
Hairstyling is such a hard career in the beginning because it's raw, it's vulnerable, and you suck at it. Like, there's no other way to, you just are bad.
Oh, compared to 30 years.
Exactly.
Right? Like, of course.
Because you're starting out. It's a skill, right? It's a practiced skill.
Yeah.
So when you start out, you are terrible. There is no if, and, or but about it. You might know braiding and stuff like that, but you've never done a roller set. Don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
You've never done a perm set. You've never done a complex bob cut, or anything like that. And that gets better over time. And that's fine. But there's a way to be faster at that, and that's education.
Yeah. You
can expedite that whole awkward process of being terrible by continuing that education right out the gate of high school or hair school.
Yeah.
And that's what I found.
Yes. I 100% agree. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know that until 10 years after I
knew that because
career.
of her. Yeah.
Right. Because that's the thing, the stylists get out of school, then they need more education. They need to find a good salon that will help them, which is few and far between. Fair enough for the salon. It's a lot of time, money, and effort.
Yep.
And if you don't have that to give, and risk, then you shouldn't do it.
No.
But if an apprentice finds a salon that is willing to help, or has an education plan or something, that's good. Because, we spend a lot of money on our school, and then we spend a lot of money on education, further education.
And gear.
Yeah, and scissors and blow drying, and, that adds up a lot. And the stuff you get in school will not carry you through.
Especially if you've been cutting mannequin heads.
Yeah, mannequin heads are bad.
Yeah. They have this hair that like chews up hair cutting shears, and those are the sharpest shears. But if you cut even one mannequin head, I wouldn't cut human hair with that anymore. Those are your mannequin shears now.
It's true. Yeah, you gotta be very careful. Yeah. So education is a huge thing, and it's ongoing forever. I still take education. I might shift what education, like the last little while I take business education more.
Yep.
But the last, class I went was, it wasn't last year, it was the year before that. No, it would have been EBI. So it was Euphoria Business Intelligence.
Okay.
And it was 4 days. So, and they're 4 complete days. But it did cost $1,200. So, US, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, we went to Vision Quest too. Vision Quest was,
right.
That was a 2-day event. But it's not cheap. So typically if I go, usually they were 3-day classes. When I would go, they would be at least $1,000.
Yep.
And so I took like color courses. I took all 3 color courses that we had back then 3 times. So that's $9,000.
Right there.
So yeah, like it really adds up, but it's also super important because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't do those things.
You may get there somehow. And I think that somehow is trial and error, and probably more error than trial.
Which is hard.
Oh, nobody wants to screw up hair.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to screw up hair. Even the worst hairstylists in the world. I don't think they're out here to weaponize hair.
No.
They just don't know how to value education and admit they need it, you know? And like, honestly, the classes could be $1,500, $2,000. It would still be worth it. I have taken classes that are like $100, you know, thinking like, oh, what a deal. It turned out,
you know why?
Yeah. You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
It was a platform artist who stood there and like sprayed things into the air and was all fancy dancy. Look at me. Very cool. And like, I don't know, if you're looking for new looks to get inspired by, maybe that's where you can get some, but I was there to learn, not see how great you are. It was cool, but
if I want to watch a show, I'll go to a concert or a theater.
Yeah. Yes, that's what it was. Right? It was a hair concert. Yes. That's a great way to look at it.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I want to pay, I'll pay a decent amount to learn something.
Yeah.
Not to watch you. Whee!
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
For all my sisters, I've seen it. I know.
Yeah.
Woo, woo. By the way, our hairspray does not do that. And I know being in a cloud of hairspray is not a good thing, actually. So if you're a stylist and you're in a cloud of hairspray, run.
Fast. If you can still
run.
Do that, yeah. Not run out of breath.
Hey, we're good with squats. We have to squat to do hairs.
Man. Yep. But yeah, like I have friends in the industry otherwise and like outside of our salon. And they take some classes. I can see when they're celebrating their education journey on their stories and stuff like that. And I'd like to think that they're sharing every, education experience that they have. But it's always these conference kind of settings where they're far back from the stage. And what I'm seeing is kind of like exactly what we're talking about. Very performative, not very demonstrative of like the job,
Yeah.
Or any new skill set or any new technique or, even how to master anything that you already know. And that's what I'm there for. Yeah. I want the meat and potatoes, not the dessert,
Our job is like 100% full out connection.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm looking for education, it better be 100% full out connection because otherwise I'm not going to learn. Most hairdressers have ADHD. I'm sure you guys know that by now. So you're flipping scissors over here and I'm like, have no idea anymore. I'm just like,
gone.
Oh, I think I like them.
Yeah. Squirrel.
What time is it? Honestly.
I'm hungry.
But if I'm learning a haircut and there's 8 people in the class and the teacher is showing you exactly what you're doing and then I get to go and do it, I will pay gold for that.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a show.
And that's the other thing too. I'll say even specifically for Euphoria classes, like you approach all the different systems of learning. You watch, you hear, then you do. Yeah. You watch, you hear, then you do. Yeah. And that's marvelous. I feel like, there's so many education experiences that just do one. And it's like, oh, this isn't sinking in. I don't know what I'm doing.
Because there are like 4 different learning styles, isn't there? So you have to really cover them.
What are they? There's visual, there's audio, there's kinetic.
Maybe there's only 3. Those are the 3 I thought.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I would say teaching is a 4th.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, teacher learns the most.
Right.
Yes. I agree with you. I can't take any classes that aren't Euphoria because I have.
Yeah.
And I get disappointed.
Yes.
And they're not as much money as Euphoria, which you think, okay, but same with what you're saying. I mean, maybe it wasn't even 100, it was like 5 or something. But disappointment for $500 actually.
That's expensive. Yeah.
Right. So I rather pay the $1,000, $2,000 for, education that I know I'm going to
It's a guarantee.
Learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is inspiration.
Yep.
Inspiration is so important to any creative field. So I really get inspiration from those classes as well. The people there, the people teaching, that makes a huge difference as well.
For us specifically too, you know, we have so many crayons to paint our picture with, to draw our picture with. And
he's melting crayons and painting, yeah.
And smelling the fumes apparently. And you know, it's very quick and easy to rely on the crayons that you love and start to ignore maybe the green, the brown, the yellow, because you love the purple, the orange, and the red.
That's true.
You know, and then when you take education, they start to use the ones that you're not using or looking at so often. And it's not that you're trying to ignore them because you hate them. It's just not the first thing that comes to mind. So when you take that education and you see how they're utilizing that, that you're not, it makes that resurface, and it's so beautiful. Because now you have a new approach. You have something to bring back to your guests and say like, oh man, I did this fantastic thing over the weekend. Like, you know, it might not be applicable to you, but like, here it is. Here's the videos. Here's the photos.
Or you're learning it and you're thinking of that guest. Oh my
all
gosh,
the time,
Janet, this
all
would
the
be
time.
beautiful on Janet. Can't wait for Janet to come in, you know.
And even the other students say that, you know, in those classes, they're like, oh, I have those guests that's perfect for it. And you can hear the excitement, you know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So education is super important and a big part of our life. And it's a lot. It's an investment in ourselves and in our guests, which is super important.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you know, making sure that people know that we don't just go to hair school and stop either. We are always trying to better ourselves for you. So that's
the good ones, at least.
Yeah.
The good ones.
Yeah.
There's ways, you know, like, for me personally, I set my gratuity that I receive aside, for those classes, you know, the gratuity that I receive from my guests, the tips and stuff like that. That is my guest saying, you know, thank you for a great job or a great experience or whatever it is. And the way I can say thank you back is by putting that towards more education, you know, to be better for my guests. It's a thank you situation.
Yeah,
so,
I agree. I love
right?
that.